Right-wing MAGA activist Laura Loomer has had a lot of power inside this White House, but it looks like her welcome mat is now being revoked. Is it true? Let's discuss. I'm Dave Aronberg, former state attorney for Palm Beach County, aka the Florida LawMan, here on Legal AF, where we meet at the intersection of law and politics. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Let's keep the momentum going. And in a topic I've done a few videos about, that's Laura Loomer. She's the Trump whisperer. She seems to get her way. She wants someone fired. That person gets fired in the Trump administration. Never mind that Loomer has been a conspiracy theorist, has expressed at least some support for the 9/11 truthers. She is banned from lots of social media, including Uber and Uber Eats. That's bizarre. I didn't know that Uber Eats banned people, but she's had a lot of controversial things to say. We don't need to go into all of them, but now it looks like the White House officials have had it with Laura Loomer, at least according to the Free Press. Let's get into it. After discussing the power she's had in this administration, like getting people fired, the Free Press article says inside the White House, though, some senior officials have had it with Loomer. They are increasingly suspicious of her true motives and have speculated that what she says and does is influenced by lobbying firms and companies trying to advance their own interests. According to 4 White House officials and another Trump administration official. Now, keep in mind, one thing that Trump doesn't like is that someone is taking away the spotlight from him. Laura Loomer has not done that yet because she loves to put the spotlight on Trump, especially how close she is with Trump. But he also doesn't like when other people are making money off of him. He wants to be the one making the money. And if Laura Loomer is profiting off of her relationship with Trump, that could get her into some hot water. Quote, Laura is more trouble than she's worth, a White House official told me. She used to pretty much just amplify the MAGA line, but now it's pretty clear that she has her own agenda. Another White House official said, there is widespread understanding here that she's not guided entirely by loyalties to the president, but external business interests. These skeptics cannot point to any payments as evidence, but some of them have alleged that drug maker Sarepta Therapeutics may have paid Loomer either directly or indirectly. The suspicion relates to her recent attack on Dr. Vinay Prasad, the Food and Drug Administration's top vaccine and gene therapy regulator, just 2 days after the agency asked Sarepta to halt all shipments of its gene therapy drug Elevidys. Loomer denounced Prasad as a progressive leftist saboteur. It's interesting. If you're a drug company, and we don't have proof that this is exactly what happened, but if Sarepta was worried about an action by the Trump administration, like the FDA, well, you cop Laura Loomer, and she won't defend the company. She's not going to lobby for them. She's just going to go after the head of the FDA as the worst thing you can say about that person. It's a leftist, progressive. Well, it's interesting how the Trump White House is starting to tire of this. Like I said, I think for them, it's probably okay if you have her out there blasting people as Democrats and all that stuff. But if it looks like she's making money off it and the boss is having his name used and other people are getting paid for it, that's not great for them. At least they don't like that. And there have been so many videos on this channel about the emoluments clause of the Constitution. But of course, that's often just ignored. But when it's someone else profiting, that's something that gets their attention. And Prasad was also the target of hard-hitting opinion articles in the Wall Street Journal, which criticized his policies, including on the Sarepta drug. He was soon pushed out at the FDA. Loomer's attack on Prasad came about 5 weeks after Sarepta hired the lobbying firm Michael Best Strategies to lobby the White House. Okay, well, that's normal. You hire lobbyists. But look what this lobbying firm did. The lobbying firm is run by Reince Priebus. That's the former Republican National Committee chairman. Remember, he was formerly Trump's chief of staff. So is that related to what Laura Loomer did? Well, Michael Best Strategies declined to comment on his clients or if it has ever worked with Loomer. Sarepta did not respond to a request for comment, nor did the White House press office. Loomer, for her part, denies that she ever took money from Sarepta or that she worked for them. And, well, her campaign, though, against Prasad turned out to be a failure because he got his old job back. I know there's so much craziness and turnover in Michigas. That's a fancy Latin word. That we sometimes lose sight of the fact that, yes, there's this revolving door, and sometimes the people who are fired get their jobs back. Look at Doge and what they did. So Prasad got his old job back after less than 2 weeks. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and FDA Chief Marty Makary convinced Trump and White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles that Prasad's ouster was going to make it very difficult for the FDA to do its job. So, mission not accomplished. Or maybe all this is just sour grapes from within the Trump administration, because Laura Loomer will go after insiders at the Trump administration. They always have to look over their shoulder because she could be gunning for them. Even though Loomer is routinely profiled by news organizations as a ruthless outside enforcer with a stunning track record, she has gone after so many Trump administration officials that the smears have lost their sting. One Republican lawyer close to the White House told me her unsuccessful targets have included Attorney General Pam Bondi, Justice Department Chief of Staff Chad Mizell, and Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll. Quote, Loomer is the perfect character for the media to build up as some power behind the throne for the Trump administration, said a former Trump official who recently departed a cabinet agency. She is obnoxious, conspiracy-prone, and constantly humiliating herself by doing things like eating dog food on her podcast. Yet, the former official said her power is often overstated. If you want to know about the dog food, well, yes, that was a notorious incident. Apparently, someone sent her dog food to promote that would be human grade. So she proved it because it was a sponsor on her show, and she ate the dog food. But the dog food wasn't human grade. It was dog food.
See here, positive bison. It clearly says dog food topper. And I'm going to put this in my mouth right now.
And here is the conclusion. It's that since 2016, Trump has promised his supporters that he will drain the swamp, yet business has never been better for lobbyists who are part of MAGA world. Those who have or can form a personal connection with the president will gain a huge advantage, said Republican lobbyists who fundraises for Trump. Well, yeah. And that's why someone like Laura Loomer has power, because she's close to Trump. He seems to listen to her. And if you think that she's doing this all as a volunteer on her goodwill and has not been approached or been paid by any lobbyist to do their bidding, well, let's just say I think that's a bit naive. And this article calls her out for it. Very interesting stuff. We'll keep following it here on Legal AF. I'm Dave Aronberg, former state attorney for Palm Beach County, a.k.a. the Florida LawMan. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, leave a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.
Can't get your fill of Legal AF? Me neither. That's why we formed the Legal AF Substack. Every time we mention something in a hot take, whether it's a court filing or a oral argument, come over to the Substack. You'll find the court filing and the oral argument there, including a daily roundup that I do called, wait for it, Morning AF. What else? All the other contributors from Legal AF are there as well. We got some new reporting. We got interviews. We got ad-free versions of the podcast and hot takes. Where? Legal AF on Substack. Come over now to free subscribe.